Last period we had seen the elements of communication process and the barriers to communication and the semantic barriers of communication. So what are the elements in the communication process? You will turn on your video. Pavitra, Anila, elements of communication process. Pavitra, Shubham Pal, Hanna, turn on your video.
Sender message, encoding, media channel, decoding, receiver feedback.
Okay. What do you mean by semantic barrier? Semantic barrier. Hanna?
The problems or mistakes related to encoding and decoding.
Okay. So what are the semantic barriers? Aparna?
Badly expressed message, symbols with different meaning, faulty translation, technical jargon, then body language and gesture decoding.
Okay. Okay. Next. So we know that four types of barriers are there: semantic barrier, psychological barrier, organizational barrier, and personal barrier. So second one, psychological barriers. Okay, next one is psychological barrier. So we know that semantic barrier, the problem related with the encoding and decoding message, that is related to semantic barrier. So next one is psychological barrier. Okay, means emotional and psychological barrier which will disturb the communication. Emotional and psychological factors which act as a barriers to communication are called psychological barriers. Okay, emotional and psychological factor means for example, a person with a troubled mind cannot communicate properly. A person with a trouble mind cannot communicate properly. Similarly, a person in an angry mood cannot receive and understand the meaning of the message. Okay, if it is an angry person, they will not listen our problem. Suppose, okay, that is which one I can't tell an example. So you know that lot of example. Okay, so a person in an angry mood. Suppose if you suggest anything, they won't listen. They have their own ideology. They will not change it. Okay, so that is which one, psychological barrier. Then clearly it is that the meaning is that the state of mind of both the sender and the receiver, that is the more important in the process of communication. If any disturbance is there, it will affect, it will lead to psychological barriers. Okay, that is psychological barrier. Emotional and psychological factors which act as a barriers to communication, that is called psychological barriers. Okay, so what are the psychological barriers? Premature evaluation, lack of attention, loss by transmission and poor retention, and distrust. Okay, these are the psychological barriers: premature evaluation, lack of attention, loss by transmission and poor retention, then and distrust. So these are the psychological barriers. So first one, premature evaluation. So everyone have such a barrier. Some people are the habit of forming judgment before completing, before reading or listening the entire message. Before completing, they will form one judgment. That is premature evaluation. Okay. before completing the message, they will form one judgment. Okay, suppose if I am telling tomorrow you have, sometimes some people will think that no class. I am telling that tomorrow you have class test. Okay, some people, that is premature evaluation. So this tendency is called a premature evaluation. So it makes communication ineffective. So it distorts the understanding. That is premature evaluation. These are common. Okay, premature evaluation. Next one, lack of attention. Lack of attention. So this is also we can feel lack of attention, because some people are poor listeners. If somebody talks, they may not listen properly. So now I am teaching, some of the students may not listen. You look at that, some students are there. Example, I can't tell, you know that. Fill in the blanks. Okay, so they are thinking that the information is not important to them. Okay, that is lack of attention. So this is common for both superiors. If in an organization point of view, it is common both for the superiors and the subordinates. They won't listen. So if subordinates are telling any problems to the superiors, sometimes they won't listen. That is lack of attention. Okay, this is common for both superiors and subordinates. Next one, loss by transmission and poor retention. So you look at that day before yesterday, we attended one webinar, lack of attention. 50% we will listen, 50% we won't. That we will study. Next, loss by transmission and poor retention. Loss by transmission and poor retention. Loss by transmission. So we said, if it is in the organization, company, so there are many levels of managements are there. Means arrangement of persons in an order. Arrangement of managerial persons in the order. So there are mainly 3 levels of management: top level, middle level, and lower level. Okay, top level, middle level, and lower level. So top level includes board of directors, chief executives, okay, general manager, managing director, they are under top level. Then middle level means head of the functional department. Suppose it in a manufacturing organization, production department, production manager, purchase department, purchase raw material, purchase manager, marketing manager, sales, everything they are doing, advertising, everything they are doing. Then finance department. Okay, then lower level supervisors. So they are overseeing the work of the workers, supervisors. Okay, foreman. Okay, that is come under lower level management. So here means loss by transmission and poor retention means when the information passes through several hands, when the information passes through various levels, there is a possibility of message being partially lost or the transmission of inaccurate information. That is called loss by transmission. Suppose top levels are telling to the middle level that now we have good improvement, our staffs are working very well. Okay, so if you do little more improvement, then we can capture the market. So positive only. But middle level is telling to the lower level management that our top levels are telling that you are not working, our staffs are not working, simply sitting. Okay, so you have to take more work. Okay, so that only superior said. So that is a loss by transmission of inaccurate information. But top level said that means that we have a good sign of improvement. But they said means what? We are not working, so we have to do more work. Otherwise, you will be out of the institutions. So that is loss by transmission and poor retention. So everyone have the same problem. Everyone have the same problem, poor retention. Means we can't remember all the things what we received from the sender, communicator. Is it correct? We will forget. So accounting definition, introduction time I said, because of that, we started to record the transaction. That is called accounting. Okay, poor retention. Okay, that is another problem of psychological barrier. Okay. That is so we can't retain, we can't remember all the things what is received from the sender. If we are sometimes we are not attentive, not interested, so in that case there may be a problem of poor retention. Next one, distrust. Distrust, it is common. So if there is a distrust between the sender and the receiver, if there is a distrust between the sender and the receiver, it acts as a barrier. So if you are not believing me, then you won't, which one? You won't believe my information. Okay? You can't understand the message also. Okay? So if they are not believing, which one? If they don't believe each other, sender and the receiver, they cannot understand each other's message in true sense. That is distrust. Okay, this it also acts as a psychological barrier. Okay, these are the psychological barrier, emotional and psychological factors which act as a barriers to communication. That is called psychological barrier. So the state of mind of both the sender and the receiver is very important in the process of communication. So if anything affect to that the state of mind, it will create a barrier. So what are the barriers? Premature evaluation. Premature evaluation means some people are the habit of forming judgment before reading or listening the entire message. So if you see the any film, so in the middle we will form one judgment. So which one? Suspense will be this one. Okay, that is premature evaluation. But suspense will be other story. Okay. Next one, lack of attention. So some people are poor listeners. They are thinking that the information is not important to them. No need to listen. Okay. It is not important to me. Okay. That is lack of attention. It is common for both superiors and subordinates. Next, loss by transmission and poor retention. Loss by transmission means if the information passes through several hands, so there is a possibility of message being partially lost or a transmission of communication of inaccurate information. And poor retention means the receiver can't remember all the information what is received from the communicator, sender. Okay, we will forget. So we will get, so if example, if any sender is communicating 1 hour or 2 hours, so from that we will listen only maximum 30 minutes we will listen. Clear? So that is loss by transmission and poor retention. But 11th class students are not like that. So you will listen 2 hours continuously. Okay, because everyone are a brilliant student. Is it correct, Shubham? Next, distrust. If there is a distrust between the sender and the receiver, it acts as a barrier. Okay. So if they don't believe each other means they can't understand each other's message in a true sense. Next one, organizational barriers. Organizational barriers. So organization, every organization we have to think company, banking, everywhere. Organizational barriers refers to the communication barriers due to organization structure. Organization structure means the relationship between the various levels. Organization structure, authority relationship, rules and regulation. So it will act as a barriers. That barriers are called organizational barriers. Okay, it refers to the communication barriers due to organizational structure, rules and regulations. Okay, authority relationships. So everything that barriers are called organizational barriers. Okay, so structure, a formal structure, also there are informal. Okay, only official communication means that it will create a problem. So we will study what are the problems, what are the barriers, organizational barriers. First one, organizational policy. Organizational policy. Next, rules and regulations. Rules and regulations. Status, complexity in organizational structure. Then organizational facilities. Organizational facilities. These are the organizational barriers. Organizational policy, rules and regulations, then status, complexity in organizational structure, then organizational facilities. So these are the organizational barrier. First one, organization policy. So if the policy or if the organizational policy is centralization, organization policy also will affect the communication barrier. Suppose if the organization is following the policy of centralization, okay, so it will hamper the effectiveness of communication. So what do you mean by centralization? Centralization means concentration of authority in the hands of few. Concentration of authority in the hands of few means that is top level management. Means the decision making power is given only to the top level management. That is called centralization. That is called centralization. So it will affect the effectiveness of the communication. Why? Because there is no free flow. So the subordinates have a lot of ideas related to any topic. Suppose if they are following decentralization, distribution of authority to the lower level, so it facilitate free flow of information. That no problem. That is a good sign. But if they are following the centralization, everything it is taken by the top level management. We have the middle level and lower level. If it is a trading organization, lower level. If they have any authority means they won't tell anything to the top level management. So it will hamper the effectiveness of the communication. Okay, so it will affect the communications. Okay, centralization, because the middle and lower level we will get a lot of experts from the middle level head and from lower level head. So we have to accept the suggestions of the subordinates. Okay, but if they are following the policy of centralization means it will hamper the effectiveness of the communication. So it is not supportive to the free flow of information. It is not supportive if you are following centralization. Next one, rules and regulations. Rules and regulations. So if the organization have strict rules and regulations related to communication, we can't communicate. Suppose the lower level want to communicate to the top level means we have to first we have to tell to the middle level and then lower level. So if the workers want to communicate to the top level means first the worker have to tell to lower level, then lower level to middle level to higher level. If it is strict rules and regulation, lengthy procedure, so it may be hurdle to the effective communication. Okay, so that is creating the problems of communication. Rules and regulations, lengthy procedures. Okay, then we said that communication through chain of command. Chain of command means top level, middle level, lower level. If you want to follow this chain means it will also affect the problem. It will also cause organizational barrier. Next one, status. So status difference of a people in communication chain can also adversely affect the effectiveness of communication. Status difference of a people. So it is a most common example. Status difference of the people. Status difference of a people in a communication chain. It will also affect the effectiveness of the communication. Means we know that we can't expect the persons of high status people talk freely with those of lower status. Okay, top level management, they will not talk freely with those of the lower status. Okay, then like that subordinates also not feel confident to talk freely with the supervisors. Okay, that is status difference. It will also affect the effectiveness of the communication. Okay, thing is that we may not expect the persons of high status people talk freely with those of the lower status. Similarly, subordinates also not feel confident to talk freely with those of supervisors. Here means they will pass the information. Here means what the subordinates will do. They will pass the information what superiors would like to hear and hold back unpleasant facts. Hold back unpleasant facts. Suppose the top level given the target to the lower level management, which one in a day we have to produce 1 lakh product. But if the production is only 95,000 production only there, but they will not tell such information because it will affect their job. Okay, so they pass on the information what the superiors would like to hear. If it is a good sign, means if we produce 1,05,000, then we will tell. But if we produced less than the target amount, then they will which one hold back the unpleasant fact. That is one status barrier, because they not feel confident. Suppose if we tell, then how they will react, that we don't know. Okay, that's why that is also creating a problem. Status difference of the people. Status difference of a people also affect the communication. Next one, complexity in organizational structure. Complexity in organizational structure. So it is related to the company, business organization, not banking. Banking only top level and lower level. Complexity in organization means an organization structure having long chain of command. Long chain of command act as a barriers to communication. Means suppose in the organization have too many levels are there. Top level, middle level, under middle level, lot of other specialists also there. Under production department, 8 foremen are there. Okay, functional boss are there. So if it is there, more levels are there, means it acts as a barriers, because too many levels cause delay in transmission and distortion in the message that is related to complexity in organization structure, because already we said that matter. So when the message has to pass through several hands, it may get filtered, modified, or otherwise it will lost. Okay, when the message has to pass through the several hands, it may get filtered, modified, or lost. That is one of the barrier, organizational barrier. Complexity in organizational structure. Okay, organizational structure is the structure of a relationship between the various members of the organization. Okay, members of the organization. So next organizational barrier. Next, last one, organizational facilities. Organizational facilities. Suppose we are conducting a lot of programs, conducting frequent meeting, okay, of the staff, keeping suggestion box, then complaint box, conducting cultural gathering, then providing transparency in operation. Okay, if it is there, any organization, if it is there, it will improve the free flow of information. If we are giving such facilities, means it will improve the free flow of information. Okay, if you are conducting meeting, cultural gathering, okay, arts, trips, okay, free trips, tours, transparency in operation, complaint box, customers related to customer, then for example, the workers have a problem, that box, complaint box, So if it is there, it will improve the free flow of information. So lack of these facilities may cause organizational barrier. If you provide, then it will be a good sign. If you are not providing, means it will cause organizational barriers. Okay, so organizational barriers refers to the communication barrier due to organizational structure, rules and regulations. Okay, lengthy rules and regulations, which one chain of command act as a barrier. So what are the organizational barrier? Organizational barrier, if the organizations are following the policy of centralization, so it is not supportive to the free flow of information. Okay, because centralization means concentration of authority in the hands of few, means autocratic style. Okay, every decision is taken by the top level management without consulting the subordinates. Okay, so it is not supported to the free flow of information. Okay, he is a dominant. Okay, he is controlling over the subordinates. So he's not giving any power to the lower level management. So a lot of organizations are there, especially private organizations. They are following centralization. They are not giving any chance to the subordinates. Okay, they are not accepting the suggestions of the subordinate. So it is not supported to the free flow of information. So if the people are working in such a type of organization, they won't get a job certification. Then they will jump into another organization. Next one, rules and regulations. So rules and regulations of the organization. If it is a strict rules and regulations, full for you also. If it is a strict, so you have no which one power to tell any thing to the teachers or to the which one VPs. Then that is it will. Then what is the consequences? Then you won't tell anything. So it will which one? It will reduce your satisfaction. That is a rules and regulation. If it is a then lengthy procedure, so communication. If you want to communicate to the top level, if you want to follow a lot of procedure, means it will hamper the effectiveness of the communication. Next, status difference of a people in a communication can also affect the barriers to the communication. If it is I said, if it is a too many level, if it is too many levels are there, if the workers want to communicate with the chief executives, so they have to go through which one? Status. I'm telling you, status means the persons of high status people may not talk freely with those of the lower status. Okay, superior are not feel confident. Then superiors are not. They won't talk freely if they are good friends. They are classmates. Superiors are supervisors are classmates with the chief executive. Then also they may not feel which one talk with the subordinates. Similarly, subordinates also not feel confident to talk freely with the superiors. Next one, complexity in organization structure. The organization structure having long scalar chain. Scalar chain means chain of command means chain of superiors. Chain of superiors ranking from the top level to the lower level. That is scalar chain or chain of command. Chain of superiors ranking from the top level to the lower level. Okay, that is scalar chain. Okay, so that is scalar chain. So if it is a long chain of command means it is not it will affect the effectiveness of the communication. So when the information passes through several hands, it may get filtered, modified, or lost. Okay. Next one, last, organizational facilities. So if the organizations are providing a lot of facilities, conducting a frequent meeting, which one foreign trips, then which one cultural gathering, complaint box, suggestion box. If anything it is there, then it will improve the free flow of information. But lack of these facilities, it will affect the communication. Next, personal barrier. Personal barriers are there. Personal barrier, types of personal barrier. Okay, fear of challenge to authority, lack of confidence or superior on his subordinates, unwillingness to communicate, and lack of proper incentives. So that I will teach in the next class. Okay. Thank you. 12:15 accountancy. Okay. Don't forget. Thank you.